There's been 3 of them so far. He's won 2 of them. And we are looking, you betcha, we're looking out the gate we go, we're looking for get another hole shot. Hole shot is the first rider through the first corner and up to the mark here. Looks like it might be the KTM again, or is it the MR on the inside? Oh, there we are. And looking out to James. Is that, yeah, James Scott, 108 to go. James Scott, and he now scores the second one. But the point is that he hasn't even won a race yet he's got 2 hole shots. Can he stay there? That'll be the difference. Look at that from JCR into second. So Josh has got the second place. Good start from the JCR Yamaha Altherm window system supported YZF 250. Josh Coppins into that second place, and he keeps the other boys at bay. They've got some work to do, and that might in fact be BG's. Oh no, Josiah on the inside. Josiah Natsky to go through, but Scott down. James has dropped it. James Scott goes down. Oh, what a shocker. Bad luck to James, and he can't even get back to grab his bike because the rut that he's got to stand in is where the bikes of the oncoming riders are, and he couldn't put his legs back there. He had to step away from his bike and let them go. He has lost so much. 0 to 0 stuff, folks. He's gone from the first to almost last place. That is terrible for James. Just the rider we were wanting to put himself in between Wyatt and Josiah and get up there to the money. This is now giving it back to Josiah. Could we see a level of the score at the end of this one? 2 to Wyatt Chase and 2 to Josiah Natsky. Early days of this opening lap of the 10-minute dash for the second part of the second moto for moto round number 2. So this effectively means the 4th race for MX2 today out of the 5. The next one will be a longer race than a final. It won't be a back-to-back like these ones have been. So it is 23. Josiah Natsky, your race ace, out in front, along with Josh Coppins on 6-2 with Wyatt Chase in there, and then looking to 203. Luca Fremantle must be our standout rider here today. Look at that from Wyatt Chase on the Honda, went past JCR. That is hot, and why not? So look out for him. He's moved into second. So 2 wins, a second, and now a second again at the moment. But I tell you what, he's on fire. He's come back from a disappointing 5th place, and now he's made his way to 3rd. So good work by Wyatt Chase. And every demon start that he got last time, that was in the hands of number 108 James Scott, 23 Josiah Natsky, and the 6 of Josh Coppins. But I tell you what, he's fought back since then, and there it is to have claimed some good racing pace, and now up from that 4th to 2nd. So there we go. So 23 out in front for Josiah Natsky on the NI Oils, Trans Diesel, Kawasaki New Zealand, Bridgestone, Alpine Star, Pro Circuit 100% up for Scene Recluse, Good Buzz CFX, Hahn Race Wheels, and Renthal supported Kawasaki KXF 250. Josiah Natsky on board and on fire at the moment as we look back to 2 to go with the 6 checking out. I'll tell you what, 203 Brad, he has been absolutely standout today. Luca Fremantle, man, this is a kid, an absolute kid, and he's only just in the MX2 for the first time in a major meeting MX2, and he's on the brand new AFC Moto supported Kawasaki KX 250, courtesy of Kawasaki Team Green and AFC Moto of Palmerston All, and he is absolutely fired up. He will be so far my rider of the class for the MX2 today. The other ones were name riders. We knew to expect them, but he's done well. And look at that for Kawasaki, effectively getting 1st and 5th in the lead in a good MX2 race at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff from Luca. Still a Palmerston North Boys High student out there doing it at Summercross. So there it is, Josiah Natsky ahead of Wyatt Chase, back to Josh Coppins in 3rd. Luca Fremantle 4th place. A good start from Aaron Manning up in top 5. Joel Johnson in 6th. There's BG Brad Grimmage, so back in 7th place. So a bit of work to do for him. Scott Barr Smith there in 8th place. Nick Hornby rounding out the top 9. Dylan Yerbury there is 10th place. Tom Armstrong, Troy Wilson in 12th, and then we go to James Steele 13th. So trying to catch an update of where the 108 of James Scott is. We can't pick him up yet. So James Scott, some absolute drama. Had an awesome hole shot, back-to-back hole shots, took the race lead and then unfortunately dropped it right up the top end of the circuit. So we've lost James Scott. And a little bit more drama here at Summercross, but it is still the 23 Josiah Natsky on the ENI Trans Diesel Kawasaki New Zealand Team Green entry. He is flying down the back straight over the DRD magazine jump and then flying around Aqua Plus. There we go with the number 2 of Wyatt Chase right there and behind. So just on 3 seconds of an advantage at the moment for Josiah. Wyatt back in second, and then JCR, Josh Coppins Racing. That's fantastic stuff. Alpha Window Systems and Fox Raceway on board with JC. Filling in for Maximus Purvis, still under a bit of an injury crowd. He is almost ready to go racing again. That's going to be fantastic to see when we get Josiah, Wyatt, and we get Maximus mixing it up with them as well. So we're looking forward to the summer of racing. Ahead of us, Luca Fremantle, a wonderful fourth place from Luca at the moment. We've got BG Brad Groomage. He is up into fifth, ahead of Aaron Manning and Joel Johnson. So here we go. MX2 racing, and 2 laps to go, so we're at the business end of this one. A couple of 10-minute motors. We get a 15-minute plus a lap feature later on, but Josiah Nadsky well in control, 3.6 seconds ahead of Wyatt Chase, and this is pretty good for the overall points. A big shake up there. I think Wyatt Chase might just have a bit of advantage with Josiah getting a third in this one behind James Scott, so it'll be all on for young and old, and it'll come down to the final race if they finish like this at the moment.
Right, keen to update this time. Let's go back further into our field because we've got some class riders back there. I'm talking about Aaron Manning, Joel Johnson, Scott Barr-Smith, Nick Hornby, Dylan Yebury, our GNC American racer from Troy Wilson. Better luck now for the local man. Good on you, Troy. Love what you're doing. John O'Barnes in there, Harrison Chazelle, Sam Corsten, Richard Horn, Jack Rogers in there as well, and also Jaquan. Good to have Jaquan Snooks in our lineup. The man from Taupo, Mum, Dad and Promoto Yamaha for Daquan, and he's been able to pick up some more support in there along with Mitchell Armstrong and Lee Ormsby. So those are some of the riders that are further back, maybe outside the points that the other riders will get, but when you're in MX2, you know you're in at the best of our class. So this is our elite high performance group of riders, and all of these on either up to a 125/150 two-stroke motorcycle, but most of them on the 250cc four-stroke single-cylinder. Here we are, 23 in the white flag, the second of the 10. There it is, white flag, and 23, Josiah Nadsky, looking to level the score with this man. In fact, no, he won't level the score because he only got third in that last one. He'll be about 3 points behind, but it'll be close to it. It'll be all on in the final race, that's for sure. So there we go, Josiah Nadsky to lead him, still got a lap to go. Don't get too excited, Neil. Not yet. And there's the 6 for JCR back there in third place at the moment. Josh Coppins racing on the Alpha window system. Here we go. Look at BG getting closer. Luca Fremantle for Alpine Star and AFC Moto. This man's flying on the brand new Kawasaki KX250. Good ride for the young Palmerston North Boys High School pupil. So flying good run from Luca. Man, has he found his straps with this brand new Kawasaki and really loving the chain. Oh, and there goes BG up and over the top. Might have gone past him, but he has done. On the Kia trailer, Suzuki, a flying run then from Brad Groombridge. BG racing out of Taupo, and Brad Groombridge 338, a storming run to move up past that next place there on the Kia trailers. I see he's listed down as being from Kinloch, so he's been promoted to the Remuera of Taupo, Kinloch, and living out there at the moment. So doesn't put down that his home's Taupo, but Kinloch, if you know the Taupo region, beautiful part of the bays there at the northern end of Lake Taupo. So there you go, Brad Groombridge, and out there and on fire at the moment. But keen to watch this time. Here we are, the 23 coming all the way. 23 and Josiah Nadsky. Is he up for it? Here's the wall. Only about 3 obstacles to go. That's the biggest of them. A nice landing. Look at that beautiful Kawasaki suspension doing a great job cushioning the blow. Here he is up over Scott for the final time. The one big corner, the hairpin, the big sweeper here, 180 degrees right around the corner. And there's the finish line. Josiah Nadsky takes it all. 2 for Wyatt Chase back in second, but I'm pretty sure he'll still lead. That's 1-1-2-2 as compared to Josiah, who's at 1-1-2-3, I think, from memory. I think that's it. So there you go. 2 wins each, though. 2 wins each out of the 4 races. They're your 2 stars today. Bad luck for James Scott dropping it on that earlier lap. So out of contention for that major group. So this man, Josh Coppins, will move into the 3rd place overall. So well done there. There's the number 6. So JCR, Alpha Window Systems High Flyer, Josh Coppins, along with 338, Brad Groombridge, and the 203, the outstanding super kid of Luca Fremantle. What a day for that young man. Man, he would be the outstanding rider. The others you would expect that he's the new kid on the block. The 982 of Tierra has Aaron Manning on the Phil's Motorcycles bike, along with 615, and Joel Johnson out of Whangarei. And there's our... there we are with Scott Barr-Smith, of course, and then looking to Nick Hornby on 197, and back to the rest to update. And they will include, as we go through, Dylan Yeabury, Troy Wilson, Tom Armstrong. 232 in there, and Tom Armstrong. Another one, Tom's out of Tauranga on the MRYZF 250. A very good result from a lesser known rider in a Underwood and Wilkins MX2 class. So